Hello everyone, my name is Liz and I'm coming from BPA Worldwide. I'm the director of the Middle East. I want to thank you for joining us, and I want to also thank the Media Network for giving me the opportunity to be here with you. Today we'll be discussing the media auditing, the what, the why, and the how. This webinar will be divided into three parts. We'll be talking to you a little bit about BPA, how it started, and where we are now, what are the things that changed from when we started till now. The second part, we will be analyzing the BPA brand report and see how you can benefit from it, what are the tips that you might not know about reading the report. The third part will be going through online on our online website to show you how to access this, which are completely for free, and how to also access the brand comparison tool. At the end, I'll be answering your questions if you have any. So welcome, and we can start now. BPA stands for the business of providing assurance. For most of you, you know it as business of providing audits, and this is actually how it starts. It's an American company based in the US, and it was created in 1931. It was created by a tripartite of media agencies, advertising agencies, and publishers who found the need to have transparent data which they can count on in order to know where to advertise and calculate the return on investment. BPA's brand report, which is what we actually have now, it helps connect the media owners and the media buyers. The media owners, from their side, they present documented multi-channel distribution report, and the media buyers, they can have confidence in reaching the target audience. Our own mission is to facilitate the buying and selling of advertising space through target buying as well as target selling. As I said, it's very important to know that BPA is a not-for-profit organization. For that, it also adds to our credibility. We are made of a board of directors, which they vote on the BPA rules and the needs for change. We have 9 offices worldwide, and we serve more than 37 countries in the world. BPA have started in the Middle East in 2008. We are the sole media auditing company here. Now I'm going to talk about the brand report. Back like in 2013, BPA moved from having a normal circulation audit into the brand report. The brand report, it allows the publisher to put the several communication channels that they have into one report, which is a better sales message. It includes the print circulation, the website traffic, digital media, event attendance, if they have any attendance, newsletter distributions, which is very known here in this area, as well as the social media, which is taking a huge success. What the BPA report covers is it covers the demographics of individuals which are receiving each channel, the recency of involvement of these recipients, the geographical breakout of them throughout the different channels available, as well as the frequency of each channel. Now I'm gonna brief you a little bit about what are the things that we do when doing the audit. Basically, there are 3 main things that we check. If the magazine is being printed, so we check the printer's invoice, we check as well the proof of payment made from the publisher's side to the print. Occasionally, whenever we have a new publishing house, we go on the field and we check and match how many copies were printed to how many, what's the invoice shows. The second thing that we check is the distribution. So if a company, for example, uses a third-party company for distribution, we check the reports coming from this distribution, we check the payments made to them, as well as we go and field check the distribution company to see how they are distributing, if their team knows the locations, knows how many copies. So it's something that gets done oftenly, not because now we are there and we're doing a field check. If the magazine also distributes and have an in-house team for distribution, we also go and field check with their team and we check their signed delivery note from the receiver. The third part that we check, and which is also very important, is the audits. So we take the database, we make a test selection of the database, and we ask the publisher to put whatever data they have to prove us that these people exist. They have requested the magazine, they have paid for the magazine. If it's bulk, we check the agreement. If it's gathered from another source like internet search or LinkedIn, we also check these and call at the end the people. So the last check we do in order to make sure that these people have received the magazine or the publication is we call them. In US, if you send a mail, but in the Middle East, it's not really common to accept or people to reply to emails. So you just go there and just go and call them. And in case we find any discrepancy, if we get a lot of bad information, then we do some actions, sometimes we reduce. Also in the source, when checking the source, if we find that they couldn't provide us all the material or all the documents needed to prove that these people exist, also we make certain reductions or sometimes shifts from one category to another. Even in the distribution, if the delivery notes, for example, were not provided completely, reductions are made. So we don't only do the audit and check whatever they provide to us, but we also take actions. Now, what's the main problem? The news agencies, as well as advertising agencies, is all these copies that they receive to their office without being requested, and they just dump in the corner. So for BPA, non-qualified copies include advertising, single copy sales details, and office copies. These three are not reported on the BPA report. I'm going to go through the brand report. Just at the beginning, the first page, how do you recognize the brand? The brand report. This is just a sample of the criterion, which is a made-up magazine, made-up publication, just to show you the report. The name of this magazine or the report here, it covered the 6-month period. It's highlighted in yellow, ending in December 2013. Which means it's from July to December 2013. Under the additional information, you can know what is the magazine, to whom it distributes, what's their market served, as well as just on the left, information about the publisher, how you can reach to him, phone number, website as well. Just under this, you will find the different channels which are reported on the magazine, on the report. In the criteria example, we have the magazine, we have the e-newsletter, the app, the website, social media. As I was saying before, they can add events, they can add white paper downloads, and any other communication channel that they have, which can be proved as well. On the first page as well, there's the executive summary. It will show the average for the first 6 period of how many print they had, paid, no, digital, the e-newsletter, how many e-newsletters were sent, the app download, the website figures, and here we only show the monthly browsers, and the criteria: Twitter followers, Facebook likes, LinkedIn group members. Now we are accepting more engagements. For example, if you have one certain article which you want to show the level of engagement of this article, we can also show it on the report if it's proven. Now, I've done some training with agencies before And one of the main problems, even not only agencies, but with our members, is reading the reports and getting to know how to benefit from it. What are the small tips that might help you in taking the decision, whether it's a, I'm not going to say good magazine, but whether it's actually respond to your needs. The first tip is average annual order price. This paragraph is found on the second page of the report, just next to the first paragraph, and it shows how many issues per year they have, the magazine have. In this case, they have 11. The single copy sales price for the period, which is 15 dirhams, and the average annual subscription order price. The average annual subscription order price is the average sold copies in this period, 6-month period. So here we see that the price is 1.9, which is considerably a very, very low price. And it shows you that this publication had like big agreements where they sold a big number of their copies at a very, very low price, which is maybe around 0.5 dirhams. These, let's say 500,000, 2,000 copies which were sold at a very, very low price, these are considered as paid. So it's very important that you know that these, even though they were paid very low. So I think this is a very important tip for you to see and to analyze. It's not only enough to see if it's paid or not, but you need to know how much people paid for this magazine. The second tip is who receives the magazine. In this case here, I took a paragraph from a magazine which they have everything. They have the individual copies, how much is paid, how much is not paid. You can see here that most of the distribution, which is around 34,596 copies, are going to bulk, whereas the individual is practically around 176. So if your target market are individuals, in their households, for example, this is not the right magazine to invest in. Whereas if you're really looking for tourism, for people going and traveling a lot in the airports, if you have any, for example, ads or messages related to tourism, restaurants or whatever, they have a big amount of copies going to such locations. So depending on your target audience, you would know what suits you best. If this magazine is a business publication under individual copy, you will be able to see the title or the job function of the people who are receiving this magazine. The last line shows, so you will know how they are doing on the retail side. Sometimes we find very, very, very minimal numbers here, like 10, which is fine. It's not something which is bad, because it's not the target audience of the magazine itself to be in the retail, whereas maybe they have big paid subscription database. The third tip is the source and age analysis, which is the fourth paragraph on the report. This is a very important paragraph because it shows two different things. What is the source of the magazine and how much they are really updating their database, the database that they have. Now, I took a very bad example, and I took it on purpose. This magazine, they only have 1,799 copies which are being distributed. And if you see, all these 1,799 are under other sources. Other sources, it means that these recipients are received through LinkedIn search or website search, not even from directories. So these people did not request the magazine, they don't care about receiving the magazine. This publication is being dumped at their doorstep without even being asked if they want it. So my advice always to the publishers is to keep their copies under direct request, which is when people request their magazine through an email form or a subscription, or under request from recipient's company. This is one employee sign on behalf of him and his team to receive the copies unlabeled with the name of the employee. Membership benefit, we don't have it a lot here, but I can briefly explain it. For example, I'm part of any club, like the Ladies Club, for example, Dubai Ladies Club, and I can, under my membership, I can receive this magazine for free. So in this case, it's membership benefit. Communication from recipient or recipient company. This is the bulk copies. So copies going to public locations such as hotels, restaurants, airports, whatever. The part 5 is sources other than the above. We have a lot of directories, mainly for the business titles we receive. We have a lot of directories here, and many publishers use them. The manufacturers, distributors, we don't have any, so I don't need to go through it. And the others, such as I was telling you about, it's really the last source that the publishers go to in order to qualify the distribution. Now, the year 1 and year 3 shows you how much they are updating their database. So if you have most of the subscription under year 3, that means, especially in our area, in the GCC countries, many people change a lot their job. So if they have requested the magazine 3 years ago, it's a lot. Now they are no longer working in the same company, especially that BPA accepts the source up to 3 years. After that, it will be non-qualified. But we always advise our members to keep the database updated, or at least once a year, send an email, and do you still want to receive the magazine, or at least to make sure that they're still working there. Eventually, what they care about is to their magazine reach their target audience. They also have a message to pass. There's also one paragraph which is, I didn't show here, but it will show the month-by-month distribution. It's important whenever, for example, you have a special month marketing campaign to see per month whether if they have, or per issue, if they have, for example, higher distribution or certain issues, or lower in another. Sometimes you'll have joint issues during the summer and my distribution because of the summer period. So also this paragraph is also helpful, but I didn't include it here, but it's also on the BPA. The last tip here is the geographical breakout. The geographical breakout is important when you have, for example, business in Abu Dhabi. Fine, but you go here and you see that most of the distribution is being done in Dubai. Well, you wouldn't care you won't be reaching your target audience. Sometimes also if you have international clients, for example, or if a touristic, for example, if it's a touristic magazine, it's also important, for example, to have more from the Middle East recipients. There's a lot of examples, it's case per case, but you will be able to decide once you see the geographical breakout if it's worth it or not. Now I'll move to the BPA circulation of the library and the brand comparison tool. So if you go on BPA website, which is bpawww.com, it will require from you to say, if you don't have any account, you can just create it. It's for free, and it only takes like 1 minute to get created. Once you're in, there's here in the orange, the reports library. Once you click on it, it will direct you to the page where you can search by the country, the media type, the category, and if you want a certain title, you just click it here and look. I will just show you the UAE countries here, the e-publishers which are audited. We have 7 days, which is unfortunately deceased. Abu Dhabi World, Abu Dhabi Week, we also audit events, like as in the here in the current statement report with the statement typed, you will have information on whether the magazine is seized or the last report. For example, if you seized Abu Dhabi, if you want to go to the last report, which is available online, just click on the June 2016. It will directly open here. And if you want to see the history, the last statement, how it was, you can open the view history and pick whatever statement you want to see. You can also see when did they start the audit, which is the brand initial audit report. I'll continue going down. Whenever it says resignation pending, it means that they have applied for resignation, but there's still, for example, an exit audit which needs to be done. And when there's one statement online which is not being audited, then we need to do an exit audit before the resignation is done. Alpha, they stopped. We have Aquarius. I will just show you maybe a business English example for you to see in the paragraph 3 how the job function is shown. Just a second. The Arabian business, they have the magazine, they also have digital, if I'm not mistaken. No, they don't have digital. They have the app, the website, the social media. I'll just jump to the... This is the second paragraph where they have issue, how much single copy says, subscriptions paid, and the qualified man paid. So actually, it's my bad. I can open another one. Okay, this is Aviation Business, which is the business magazine. The first one I picked was construction. Sorry, there. This is the month by month, and the third paragraph shows the business of aviation. So the job function, how many people in the airport, airline are working, cargo, country regional managers. So it depends on the target market, your target audience. You can pick whatever is better for you. I just want to show you also an additional data paragraph, which is on the report. This additional data paragraph, it will show you more data that will help in analyzing, especially the AAOP. So if you have a 1 dirham AAOP price, then you go to the additional data paragraph, and it will show you to whom it was sold and at what price, which really affected the AAOP. I'll try to. I'll just go to the additional data paragraph, and later on you can go through the rest. But for example, here you'll see that multi-copy sale and subscriptions averaging 1,755 copies were sold to airline companies at 0.3 dirhams. So these 1,755 were sold between 0.3 and 4.3. This is why the AOP is affected. See the price in this paragraph. Okay, so here you can see all the publications which are audited in the Middle East, as well as the events. Now I will move to the brand comparison tool, which is kind of new, and we're still exploring and changing, but you can use it and you can benefit from it. You will find that tool. It's a brand compare. Sometimes it might not open directly, so you need to go to the compatibility settings and add it to your compatibility view. Here you will pick several maps. I'll just pick few here. For example, Aquarius. You put first combined search, and you search. You add it, and then I'm adding randomly those which are coming to my mind. Please, publishers, don't take me. Alright, so I pick these three, and once I have them, you can add as many as you want. You click on compare. So you have this table which you can export to Excel, or you can keep it as it is. It will show you the year established, the report date, the issues per year, the market served or the field served, current title, the average qualified, which for Aquarius, Amazon, and Grazia, how many paid subscriptions you have, how many non-paid they had, the request, other than request, and the years, how much they are updating their database. Also on the report, you can have access to the website directly of the publication, and if you want to go more deeply into the reports, you can access, just click from here and it will directly take you to the report. If you want to export it now, you just click here. And you can save it and use it for later on. Alright, this is what I have. Thank you a lot for joining me. If anyone have any question, then you can send it to me on my email, which is in the media and the chat box. Thank you for joining me, and have a good rest of the day.